guys, let's talk about who's the dark horse in this year's Christmas tournament. I know it's probably a wide spectrum of that definition, but dark horse, maybe who's going to make a run potentially in the semifinals, or maybe even maybe a seed that or a team we're overlooking that might win this thing for this year's Christmas tournament. I'll start first. I got my man made up. A dark horse to maybe make a run. It's probably a low seed, potentially get into the quarterfinals, maybe in the semifinals, but certainly a first-round upset to move on. I'm liking East Prairie Eagles to make a run, defeat Hayti potentially, and making a run maybe there in that quarterfinals. So I like what I've seen out of East Prairie early on. I think they're better than that 10 seed, and probably right there on par with Hayti. But I think East Prairie is one of those teams that will advance on and turn some heads here in this first round. And on top of that, maybe a team to win it all that might be looking at it, South Penn. I think South Penn-Scott's got what it takes to advance on. A 3 seed, I know it's not a big dark horse.
Okay, now wait a minute. 2 years ago, on the preseason thing, I said something about my dark horse for the year was South Penn, and you all made fun of me because nobody could have called South Penn a dark horse because they were so good. So I'm going to get you back. I'm going to let that pass.
He's held that in his
I remember that for 2 years. Now I can let it go.
He knew it'd come around again someday.
I remember that now. I totally remember that. I will.
That's one good thing.
I'll have to take that one on the chin. Yeah, I remember that. How's that a dark horse? Yeah.
That's one good thing about this crew. It seems they never forget.
No.
You may think you've got it pulled over, but it will come back to bite you. I tell you, is it my turn to pick the dark horse?
There you go.
I will pick for Terry because I am going. Of course, I think you got
I was going to pick Kenneth if he could do something.
I'm going to go with Bloomfield. My dark horse, I'm going to stay at Hayti.
Hayti? Yeah.
Possibility, you never know what's going to show up, and they've got so much talent. And if they get up there and they decide, because they have won this tournament before and they liked it, and I think they'd like to go back to victory lane, as they say. But if I had to pick a dark horse, I'm going to go with Hayti. But my finals, and people don't take anything about this, I'm going to say South Penn-Scott and Bloomfield the finals.
I think that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, thank you.
I do.
I picture people did that.
Yeah, well, out as a dark horse, Saxony maybe. And Kevin Williams may have been out of the game for a while, but he had some really interesting teams at Crothersville. And I think Saxony may be a dark horse.
Yeah, they'll get back to South Penn.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll find out.
That's going to be a tough one there in that quarterfinal. But they're certainly the team that no one's going to be looking for because we don't see a lot of them. Never see them. And that was always the role that Van Buren played back. It's crazy they didn't win a game last year.
They didn't win a game. They weren't that bad last year.
It didn't seem like it. They didn't seem like a winless team.
No,
for sure.
No.
But that was the role that Van Buren always played. They come in as 11, 12, 13 seed, and they get to the third place game or the fifth place game, So that was kind of the role that Van Buren always played in this year's tournament. It seemed like as the dark horse. So maybe Saxony can step in there and play that role as well. So
Van Buren's playing better this year. They've already won 4 games. Yeah, they got beaten out. I think it was earlier this week or last night. Ellington beat them pretty good, but Ellington's one of the best of the Hill teams. So Van Buren's not playing too bad.
What do you think about the finals, Terry?
What? Who's going to be in?
Yeah.
I agree with Tommy.
Bloomfield and South Penn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be different, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it sure would
different.
be. Sure would be.
Yeah, it sure would.
Now, if Kennett plays like they did last night, or they play like they did in the first half against West Memphis, Charleston, Poplar Bluff, Kennett will win the tournament.
Yeah. Kennett's just got to put a game together.
If they put full games together, Kennett will win the tournament.
Yeah.